We okay? Good. That was the intention. Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. We are going to be starting in a moment with This Week in Geek. The geeks all got to get their drinks and things, so and Edward's got to stop playing Magic. Hey, can you look at that and see if we got a good picture? Good enough?
Wait, are you filming us vertical?
Are you getting my good side? Yeah, we are because it looked weird. Okay. Yeah, but we had to do. Oh, Edward is in trouble tonight. When it was turned the other way, when we looked at it later, it was weird. So,
Okay.
All right, we are. Yeah, and you can bring it up here too. So he needs something to drink. We getting feedback?
Testing. Oh man, that's too loud. Testing, testing,
Try.
testing, 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 testing.
Testing.
You can pull the
Testing.
microphone
Ouch.
to you.
That's still too loud.
You can hold
I
it,
don't
you
know.
know.
Huh?
You can just hold it
I could, but that takes work.
because it's my voice.
All right, how's
Cheers.
that? We okay? We getting any feedback, or are we all right? All right. I don't know the date.
It's the 11th.
All right. No. Hey, down in front. That was a joke at William. Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It is now time for This Week in Geek. We are going to be very timely tonight because we have a full load going on here. It is July 11th, 2015, and there is not only a booty of news to talk about today. There's so much, but on top of that, we are having our second MicroCon right now.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, starting now. And quick, can anybody say what the name of it is?
B2C2S.
Yes, Molly wins nothing. All right, let's introduce ourselves. Hey, Lil, I can't even see you here. It's like you're hidden behind little Edward here.
That's impossible. That's why I kind of faded back a little bit.
So we'll catch eyes that way. How you doing, Lil?
I'm good.
Shall we introduce ourselves? Let's start on the end with A.
My name is Alil Kanitsa. I do a lot of podcasts, I realize. I do Nuff Said with Rob, of course, This Week in Geek. I also have my own podcast that I do called The League of Geeks, and that's Geeks with a Z. And we have just recently launched Sports Geeks, and that's also Geeks with a Z.
I am Edward Lee, and I am co-owner of This Week in Geek.
Co-owner.
Yep.
All right. And next to me,
Scott Sammons, color commentator and contributor.
co-commentator. You can pull that closer to you too, so you don't have to lean quite as much. We all
How
get
about that?
neck aches from that. Hey, and we've got another artist in the house. I'm Rob Southgate, one of the co-owners of Southgate Media Group. We can zoom in on Meerkat on my tiny card right there. And find us online at www.southgatemediagroup.com. Right now we are on YouTube Live, we are on Meerkat, we're on Twitch, and we're on Google+, right? Next week, if all goes according to plan, we will also be on Periscope, but not this week.
I'll have to reinstall that.
Periscope down. All right, let's get into this because we have to be timely. When this thing goes off, we are Dunsville.
We've already spent 3 minutes talking.
Well, that's what happens. All right, let's get into it. Anyone got one right up front? I do, but
Go for it.
All right, go.
did you guys watch? Okay, so it's this weekend is San Diego Comic-Con, which is why we're doing our Comic-Con this week. Because hey, if you didn't want to go all the way to San Diego, you could come right here and experience it yourself, right? So lots of stuff coming out of San Diego. The leaked one, did you see this? I sent it to everybody.
Yes, I saw it.
Well, I didn't send it to you because I didn't know you were going to be on tonight. But a leaked trailer for Suicide Squad. Did you guys watch it?
No.
Yes.
A little. I'm such a hater.
I know. I was not home. I literally just dropped my kids off and came here.
You dropped him off at the pool a little?
Yes. Yes, I dropped them off at the pool.
I know what that means. Gross. So,
Dude, we're in a restaurant.
yeah, that's right, man. Cut it out, Teresa.
But there-
So, you didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
What did you think, Edward?
It was different than what I thought. it was much darker and more gritty with a different feel. I thought it was going to be, I don't know what I thought it was.
Okay.
It just seemed a lot darker.
You thought it was going to
Kinda
be like Care Bears Suicide Squad.
No, I thought it was going to be like something
The Joker
Uh,
stare.
Superman, that kind of environment, not like Batman. They use
Right,
more
but
Batman.
you know what?
But these are
figured-
all of Batman's
they-
villains.
Yeah,
That's
well,
true.
and they figured out that the movies that everybody likes from DC are Batman movies.
That's
So
true.
every movie is going to be a Batman movie.
Yes.
Everything is
Yes.
going to look like it. Everything's going to have that feel.
Because
Aquaman, Batman.
did you
Wonder
see
Woman,
the new
Batman?
Batman v Superman updated trailer?
Yes, that was the other
And
one.
that is
No.
Batman movie.
Yeah, it's absolutely 100% a Batman movie. Did you watch it?
I did. I saw that on the way over here. Before we left here, I'm like, I got to see that because I know Rob will ask about it.
Right. And what'd you think?
You know, they are taking a definitely different tack than Marvel is, and you know that could either backfire or it could create their own niche. You know, Marvel's more, even when it's grim, it's more of, you know, the heroes are together, but you know, this you've got Batman trying to take down Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right out of Frank
Right.
Miller's Dark Knight.
I'll tell you what Batman is in this movie. Batman is Iron Man in this movie. Oh, but Tony Stark is just a copy of Bruce Wayne. They're imitating man. That suit he's got on, I know it looks like the Frank Miller suit. But I look at it, and when I saw one from Diego, I was like, that looks like one of the Iron Man suits. Guess what? They're making an Iron Man movie because Iron Man movies are successful. Mix it with Batman, and you got gold. The only problem is it's supposed to be a Superman and Batman movie. Who cares, right?
Iron Man and Batman.
Did you like it a little? Was it better to you?
Yeah, actually, it got me hyped for the movie.
It did.
I actually really want to see it now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which is
me
shocking
too.
because I am Marvel fanboy 100%, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the take. I really enjoyed the small snippets, the nods to the, you know, you saw the Jason Todd suit there with the Joker, you know, right in the haha, the little note to Batman. You see a lot of things on there. Yeah, spoiler alert for those people who haven't seen it. I already spoiled it.
Well, yeah, I
But
mean,
it
what does
was-
it matter? It's all over the internet. It's
Yeah.
not a leaked thing.
And it's entertaining. You know, I've been reading a lot more of the DC trades,
Yeah.
so I've been getting into them, and there is a stark contrast between the two companies,
Oh,
between Marvel
totally.
and DC,
Totally.
and I'm okay with it. I'm
And
starting
anybody who
I'm starting
says-
to appreciate it more.
They're just copies of each other, like, oh, Marvel just ripping off DC. It's not. They are completely different.
Yeah.
I'm actually going back and reading early Marvel books right now, and even those are drastically different than the later Marvel books, which are drastically different than the DC books.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm good with all of it. I was a little bit more excited watching this. That first trailer, I was very meh about.
Yeah, agreed.
This was a lot better, but it is a Batman movie. That's
Okay.
what we're going to see is Batman, and I don't know why Wonder Woman's in it, other than they had to get Wonder Woman in it. But she was out of place even in the trailer, I thought.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen.
I don't know if she
maybe
looked good in the
show,
trailer.
show the Batman thing, the Superman thing, and then go to black, and then, but she's gonna kick them both or something.
Something.
You know,
Um,
she's just kind of there.
So
It's
are
like,
we assuming
eh.
he's not Batman until he gets so mad at Superman that he decides, is Superman going to kill his parents? He's like,
Wait, you mean travel back in time
It's
around the
retcon.
well, no, you saw him like do the laser. You saw his laser beams coming out of the building, and then Batman's like, "Roar, there's a death. Maybe it's his parents dying. Like his parents are elderly
No,
now.
I think he was just because I think that was one of Wayne's buildings in Metropolis. 'Cause you see the
You
Wayne-
destroyed my building.
Yeah, it's a
I didn't
building.
have the insurance paid off.
There's lots of his employees in there. There's, you know, death and destruction of people.
Yeah, lots of dead people.
Yeah.
But
They're doing that.
yeah,
lot
I don't
now.
know.
Everyone's dying.
Okay, I still want to see it because I like everything, and I think it's going to be fun. Same thing with Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Suicide Squad trailer, people are like, oh boy, oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing. You know what? I don't know if it's the greatest thing.
You know, I'm not cut up
That's-
on Suicide Squad. What is their shtick?
They're a Suicide Squad.
Okay, they're like cold and.
It's like
So
all the bad guys, and they don't care if people die on their mission, so they put them on really intense missions.
yeah, but there's
Okay.
also more to it because Amanda Waller, who, you know, if we're talking like doppelgangers for universes, kind of the Nick Fury for DC.
Right.
She basically gathers all these villains together and puts these basically bombs in the back of their necks.
Wait,
So if
was
they
it-
don't follow what she wants done, then she pops their heads off.
It's not going to be Amanda Waller now. It's some black guy with an afro.
No, it's Amanda Waller.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Alright.
the woman from How to Get Away with Murder.
They
Okay.
cast Amanda
Wanda
Waller.
Sykes, or whatever her name is. I don't know what her name is.
Not Wanda Sykes. Oh my God.
I was in the ballpark.
That would go the Marvel way. They'd be like, let's cast Wanda Sykes.
But I
Oh my
cracked
God.
myself up on that. That was
Are we talking about
Unintentional.
Ghostbusters?
yeah, Ghostbusters. Are we going to talk about Ghostbusters?
No.
We gotta
Wait,
talk
we've
about
gone all
Let's
over
not
the place
talk
here.
about Ghostbusters.
Let's finish this up. So Suicide Squad, Edward, did you like it? I just want to know.
Yes.
Okay. I liked, believe it or not, I liked the Joker part, which I thought I wasn't
Oh,
going
yeah.
to. The Joker was actually really good. Surprising. I didn't like the tape.
The
Here's the
Joker
grill.
was-
He's got it all. But you know what? He's a bad guy.
He pulls it off.
I wrote down the line he says.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
He
going-
says, oh no, it's Lex Luthor. Oh, that's in the Batman one. Forget it. It's not the line he says.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor says the Red Capes are coming. I liked that. I liked Lex Luthor. That was probably my
That's
favorite
that's supposed
part.
to be Luther then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
but he's got the long hair. It's
Right.
long-haired Luthor.
It hasn't fallen off in the chemical
Right.
accident yet.
Right. It's like a Lil when he was 14. When did you start losing it?
Was my hair?
Yeah,
No, not until I was a lot older than that.
a lot older. 15.
50.
Yeah.
16.
Like Edward, he's got a bald spot growing. Don't tell him.
I can see it right here.
Yeah,
I'm looking right behind it.
That's his. What's that called? The fontanelle. That's what that is.
It's a soft spot.
It's a soft spot.
Poke them
Oh,
and they
no.
forget math.
When he's not looking, mush it into Mickey Mouse ears. He's very young. It's still malleable. All right. Ghostbusters, go.
No. No.
Yeah.
You didn't like the pictures?
No.
Yeah, the pictures aren't.
What'd you think, Scott?
I like it. It looks more casual. It's not, it's not a slavish reproduction of the original two movies. It's their own take, but it's still evocative of it. And the station wagon that they're using as the Ecto-1 reminds me of, the type of station wagon my parents had.
I think
back
it's a
in the 80s.
hearse.
Only my dad's was brown. If it was a brown station wagon, right, Dad? Yep, that's what we would have had.
Yeah, the big brown one with that third, the suicide seat in the
Did
back.
we have the seat in the back? I can't remember. No, we didn't have the seat in the back. He was a drummer, so he had to have it all open so he could put stuff in there. So
Okay.
it wasn't the suicide seat. That's where you put a bomb on the back, and if you get out of line, they blow you up.
There you go.
Yeah,
No,
it
that's
was-
where you put the kids that you're like, yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
They're okay.
They'll be okay if we crash.
Well, my dad had a Corvette, and we were talking about this last night. They got the one that had a back seat as opposed to the one without when I was born. Thanks, Dad. But I don't know if there was a seatbelt in back because I just rolled around. No seatbelt. Look at him. He's like, who cares? Little brain damage didn't hurt you that you know about.
Clearly.
Yeah. That's what happened, Dad. Thanks.
So many things have gone wrong.
So, okay, Ghostbusters. They released the Ecto-1. They released the picture of the four of them. I'll tell you what.
Pack.
And the Proton Pack. Proton Pack was fine. The Ghostbusters, I was all right with them. I thought they looked like they'd be in that universe. That's all I was looking for. I don't know what you were looking for, Lil.
You know what? It's like
Were you looking for it to be guys
I just don't
who
even
are
want
so
this movie
sexy?
to exist.
I wish it wasn't a reboot because I think there's room in the original movie universe
Oh, yeah.
for
I don't think this is a
another
reboot.
group.
Yeah, is
That
it a
just happens to
reboot?
be-
No, I think this is the daughters of that.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
like
is
the
it?
next. Does anyone know? Is it a reboot?
I believe this is an extension of that because we've been talking about this a lot.
You know? She just pointed at you. Do you know? Hey, Imran, you with the beard. Is Ghostbusters a reboot or a continuation?
I think it's like a female reboot. They're going to do a male one also, but I think they scrapped that.
But no, they didn't scrap it. They, what's his name? Magic Mike said he's not interested anymore, but Magical Lil is, so it's not scrapped.
Oh,
yet.
Oh.
If you didn't see the end of the teaser trailers to Magic Mike 2, I am in it.
Yeah, XXS.
It's actually quadruple XL.
Quadruple XS.
It's
Okay.
XXX.
I got one. As long as we're talking about disappointing news, this is kind of non-news, but we got to throw it out there. Tom Cruise is interested in doing Top Gun 2.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That's been thrown around actually for a couple of years.
Yeah, but it's like resurfaced. Obviously, they're trying to shop this thing. Obviously, is there any interest in Top Gun 2? Does anybody care? My dad. Are you guys interested?
Never seen it.
The first,
It's a hard R.
You've never seen Top Gun?
No, I have not.
it was out when I was in like late high school, early college, and so it was constantly in rotation on people's, VCR. It was all tapes.
That was the
course.
worst.
So
Yeah.
constantly in. It had that zeitgeist of the Pro America and the soundtrack, which is incredible. It's still incredible to this day. The soundtrack,
Okay.
but
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone. Danger Zone.
Yeah, if Kenny Loggins comes back, I'm in.
You know what?
Okay,
Kenny
maybe that.
Loggins comes
Maybe
back. Yes.
Yeah,
I
new
mean, if
Kenny
he
Loggins
has a
song.
sequel to Danger Zone.
As long as
And
we're
I don't
talking
know,
about
I don't know what
that,
it'd be.
right,
Danger Universe.
They're going to call it Danger Zone 2. That's just it. And
That-
you know
that'd
who
be
else has to come back is the guy who did Ghostbusters, Raymond Scott.
What?
Bagger Raymond. That guy. The guy who did
The song?
Ghostbusters.
Ray Parker Jr.
Ray Parker.
Yes.
I'm like,
They
what are you
need to have
talking
him
about?
back and not Bobby Brown.
Oh,
Because Bobby
goodness.
Brown did every little
You really needed those seatbelts in the back of your.
Thanks, Dad. My fontanelle got crushed back there.
We all right. I'm going off topic. Nobody cares about Top Gun.
Wait, you're off topic? We're not used to that a little.
Always.
We have topics.
There was a trailer that we didn't talk about,
Oh, no, we got lots.
and it was the best trailer of the weekend so far.
Let me see if I can guess. Is it Avalanche Sharks?
No, I'll give you a hint.
I know what it is.
The gentleman
Ash.
sitting next to you is wearing a shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yes.
The
Yes.
best.
Edward, you're not allowed. Did you guys see it?
Yes.
Did anybody see it?
Oh, come
What
on.
is wrong with
Nope.
all of you? This is the one time you're permitted to stop listening to us for a couple minutes, pull your phone out, and watch the Evil Dead trailer.
It's on the Facebook page.
It's
The League Geeks.
amazing.
It
Go
is
for
an art trailer, though.
Yeah,
Sure.
so Edward cannot watch it.
No.
I wasn't going to.
Sure.
You can't watch it for another 10 years.
Right. But if you're an Evil Dead fan, it's spot on.
It is.
I mean, they captured it. And Bruce Campbell, when you see him put in the false teeth, like, that was it, man.
Right.
I mean, there were so many moments with him that were just like, when he dives, he's got no hand in it, and he's diving, and they do one of those action shots where the chainsaw is going like this, and he's diving for it with no hand, and it locks into it, and then you see him turn it. Now he's got the chainsaw in his hand again. That was it. I'm like, take my money. I'm done.
I know.
This is the greatest show ever.
I've already signed up for Stars, and it doesn't even come out till Halloween.
I already have it. I got the app. I had to delete something else. I had to delete all the Southgate Media Groups in order to get that app. I got it.
Yeah,
I canceled my own podcast, so I
can.
can have the app.
Oh, it's so awesome. That was a great trailer.
That was very well put together. And
How many episodes is it? Do you know?
I think 10 half hours.
10. So it's like a 5-hour Evil Dead movie.
Something like that, yeah.
Groovy.
I'll take it.
Edward, when you're older, you're going to love that.
Sure.
Speaking of things
Sure.
Edward can watch, and more disappointing news,
Pound Puppies?
no, Disney has a spec script now for another live-action
No.
cartoon
no.
movie.
No.
This one is a comedy about Prince Charming.
Actually,
Anybody
not,
want this?
That might actually not be
My
too bad.
8-year-old doesn't want this. Nobody wants this. You know what it's supposed to be? What they think it's going to be about is Prince Charming's brother. Darn it!
Wait,
I don't
what?
get anything. He gets everything. It's going to be one of those.
No.
Yeah, Weiner. It's Prince Weiner. It's going to be Joe Piscopo in the lead. No, it's live action. He would be Grandpa Charming at this point. Bitter Charming, Prince Bitter. You could only call him that once. Once. Come on, nobody saw Johnny Dangerously? That was terrible. Okay, who's got one?
I have one. The
Furious 8.
The World of Warcraft.
Yes.
posters.
Yeah, the posters came out for World of
Yeah.
Warcraft. What'd you guys think?
They look pretty good. They look
Is
amazing.
anyone excited for it?
No.
I am.
No.
Nah.
Nah.
They look.
You
I
are.
am, yeah.
Anybody excited for World of Warcraft? They're not listening? Okay. You know
There you
what?
go. Somebody back there raise their hand. There you go.
You're excited. I bet Meerkat's excited too. I am reservedly excited because I like everything at a point. And these previews look decent, or these posters look decent. I'm like, I'll watch it. I watched that terrible Dungeons and Dragons movie that had one of the Wayans brothers in it. Remember that one?
Yeah, and Marlon.
Oh, it's so bad. And I watched it a couple times on cable. So I know I'm going to watch
You've
this.
watched that a couple times, yet you fell asleep through Age of Ultron.
I fell asleep during Tomorrowland this week, too. And I loved Tomorrowland, and I fell asleep. You know where I fell asleep? The last 10 minutes.
Oh.
I wake up, Martha's like, that was the best ending. The whole movie was in the last 10 minutes. Oh? I completely missed it.
Oh my God. All right.
Yep. I woke up and went, female Ghostbusters, like that. And then it brought me out of it. So,
Wow.
what haven't we talked? Chris Miller and Phil Lord are going to direct a Han Solo anthology standalone film.
Yeah.
These guys, they're doing more movies than J.J. Abrams at this point. I mean, J.J. Abrams and Guillermo del Toro, they're like, every movie that comes out is one of those two guys, and now it's Phil Miller and Phil Lord, Chris Miller and Phil Lord.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Does that excite you guys? I like what they do.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Han Solo anthology stuff too.
I'm excited for everything Star Wars.
some of the first EU material back in the late 70s, early 80s
Not canon anymore.
Still though, the first stuff explored was Han Solo before he met them
Yeah,
in
it
that
was
cantina
great.
that fateful day. He's going around and bizarre droids.
You're
and
talking
bizarre
those books, like
It's
Han Solo's
Stars End.
Revenge,
Yeah,
and Stars
that's-
End or whatever.
Stars End,
Yeah, those were great. Remember when the first one was out? Right when the first movie came out, there was a book that I think Del Rey put out called Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Does anybody remember that?
I do.
Yep.
I have multiple versions of that.
And it was like, oh, it's a Star Wars book. And then you found out it wasn't canon. It was like,
It was
I'm
intended
gonna
as a
keep
made-for-TV
reading it.
sequel.
was it?
Yeah, if the first
This is
movie didn't
news
take
to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, if the first movie didn't take off, Lucas wanted to keep the franchise alive, so he wrote that script as a made-for-TV movie. That's why there's no Han Solo,
I
and
didn't
that's why
know
it's set on
that.
a planet, because you can on like one planet only.
That's fantastic.
You
You
can
read
have
that
a
Star
jungle
Log?
I don't remember. I've just read that for
Nerd.
so long. and
Did you have a subscription to Star Log?
I pick it up off the newsstand from time to time.
Hand me your nerd card. I had the subscription.
And Edward's like, "What's a newsstand?"
Yeah.
The first, it's an app. It's an app on my iPhone. It says
I'm not that
Newsstand.
Is that
uninformed.
Kindle? Is that on
and
Kindle?
Here's how nerdy I was. The year I started subscribing to it was like right when Star Wars came out, right? So Starlog had been out for like, I don't know, 6 months or 8 months before that issue that I got. I went to the Comic-Con and bought the back issues so that I could read every word that that magazine put out. That's how nerdy I was.
Wow.
Yeah, and one of them had the script for the Saturday Night Live Star Trek episode.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so we get so sued. It was so awesome, though. The sad thing is I probably have it in one of my long boxes somewhere, but, man, I loved Starlog.
Yeah, it was a great match.
Are we talking about geek stuff? Where
I
are we
don't
at?
know.
Sort of.
I don't know what you're talking
A
about.
Lily. We talking about magazines.
Talking about
What's
newsstand,
that?
yeah.
Newsstand. What's that? Starlog. What's that? This one's for Lil. Lil, are you excited for Marissa Tomei to play Aunt May?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is it? There's
So
definitely.
now there's another reason to pay attention to Aunt
Yes.
May and her solo films.
I'm really glad because the first time it was like Jessica Tandy or something. This is a big departure from that. Yay!
I just
How
think
old
it's
is
funny.
Tomei?
It's
How old is Tomei now?
50.
She's 50?
Really?
Wow.
Okay, well,
Getting a little
okay.
long in the tooth. I think I've said that before, haven't I? Reese Witherspoon's 50, isn't she?
No, she's
All right.
not, but
But yeah, Marissa Tomei as Aunt May. That's number
Yeah,
one,
that'll work.
great actress. Number two, great. I'm happy about it.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, no, that's great. As long as it's not Wanda Sykes, I am all good. That'd be weird. Why would they do that?
You got a thing for Wanda
Well, no,
Sykes.
he just said that she's going to be in a Marvel movie, and now it's got my brain thinking.
I
what could
didn't say
be
she
in a
was
Marvel
going to
movie?
be in a Marvel movie. I just said that would be Marvel casting.
I'm just going to say right now, for the record, I will not be working up a Wanda Sykes impression for the show. I'm going to just say that right now.
Thank
I think you already have one.
I am
That's
not gonna-
why.
I'm not going to demonstrate it on the show. How about Elodie Young cast as Elektra? We talked about it on Enough Said a little bit, but on our super secret
yes.
Patreon Enough Said.
With one listener.
Yes, no, there's 3 listeners, and then a couple of illegal downloads. What do you think? Did you know about this? Did you see who this is?
I mentioned it, but I don't know what she's from.
I don't know what she's
She's
from.
in G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Oh yeah, she is. You can't watch
Edward
it out.
Edward knows.
So are you excited for? You don't even know who Elektra is, do you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they cast Elodie Young. I think I'm
Well,
saying her name right.
She
As Elektra.
and
Are you good with
I
that?
don't care that she's not Greek or Greek, but they kind of dropped the Greek thing in season 1 of Daredevil. I don't think we got to that episode.
Right.
And
No, I know about it though.
okay. So they made it in passing. So I'm like, and everybody was just like, oh, they're talking about Elektra. And
Of
now
course.
it's like you bring in her, and it's like, wait, she's not Greek.
Well, see, that's just it. You know, we've talked about this before, like with the Fantastic Four, how what's his name
Michael B. Jordan.
is playing Johnny Storm, and it's like people are going, well, wait, he's a black guy and his sister's a white girl. How does that make sense? Well, it makes sense. It's how the world is.
That's genetics.
And his skin color has nothing to do with the character description, but Elektra's backstory, who she is definitely tied to being Greek.
It's very Greek.
So that's why I'm a little weirded by this, where it's like, well, I really want it. We were looking at other people they were talking about casting, and they were perfect.
And they can get away with saying she's half, and she was raised on the Greek side, and this and that.
So she'll
And
throw
that's
plates
fine.
and break them every once in a while.
There you go, yell Opa.
Yeah.
She's, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 is coming
Yes.
out. She'll
That's
be-
coming out.
I
Yeah,
know.
we talked about Nia Verdopoulos or whatever
It's-
is making that. I don't know what her name is, so if somebody could save me with that one, that would help. Nia something. Or is it Mia? It's Nia.
The one from my picnic.
Vardalos? Is that it? All right. Well, you're
This-
almost
this-
as wrong as I am.
This
Let's
ain't
go with
the-
that.
No, that's Balki Bartakamis.
Okay.
From Perfect Strangers.
Here's one I didn't want to talk about, but I'm going to throw it out there.
Somebody gets me.
What was it?
I made a Perfect Strangers reference, and nobody listened.
Well,
I got it. I got
There
it.
you go.
Moving on.
Exactly.
a perfect.
Balki used to wear Spider-Man pajamas in that show. and I
Oh,
used to
Perfect
love it.
Strangers.
Yes.
Yes.
What
I
did you
didn't watch
think?
that
I
show.
wasn't talking about To Catch a Predator. I was talking about Perfect Strangers.
That one I saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
There,
Yeah,
okay.
we were both bosom buddies, yeah.
Oh, boo.
Okay.
I'm going Perfect Strangers.
I had
loved it
another
too.
one here. I had another
All right.
one and I lost it.
I got
You got
one.
one?
I got one. Yeah. So DC animated, their animated line. They're making The Killing Joke.
Yes.
That's coming out next year, which is funny.
It's going to be
because-
animated like their other. They're not theatrical
Yeah.
releases.
Right. They're about an hour, 10 minutes.
Yes.
It's adult or
Yes.
teen plus, and yeah, because I made the wrong
Yes.
mistake of letting a 4-year-old watch
What?
the beginning of Under the Red Hood, and I was just like, whoa.
Oops.
Dang.
But yeah, I think it's a great story. I actually just read it for the first time. Okay.
Really? Killing Joke's
Yeah,
excellent.
because we're reviewing it tonight, and
Excellent. Way to be timely.
yeah, we didn't even. It
It's
just
amazing.
happened. It was just perfect.
League of
perfect
Timely
story.
Guys with a Z.
I got a question. You read it today?
I read it today.
At the end.
No, well, you know what though? I got the deluxe edition, and then there was this the artist wrote something afterward, and then he's like, this is what happens. Then he leaves it blank, and I'm like, well, wait, what happened? I don't know. It's a great ending. It does
It is.
leave it.
It's a great
It leaves
book.
it vague. I don't know. I mean, I'm just still digesting it. I'm like, it was a really good story. It caught me off guard. I
And
knew what was gonna.
pizza.
I'm not gonna spoil it for those who haven't read it, because, like me, I've just read it.
Oh,
But I didn't know. I knew what happened, but I didn't know how it happened.
move that, unless it's just these dark.
Yeah.
Oh, Edward's.
Oh,
in front.
me?
You're
Edward's
blocking
blocking
Lil?
me?
You're a total eclipse of a Lil.
No, it's,
I don't even know where to
so the
sit.
Killing Joke coming out in DC animated. I think it's.
I'm down with
it's
it.
Great.
Did you see Dark Knight Returns, the animated, the two-part thing?
Yes,
That was fabulous. That was the best Batman movie. That was fabulous.
that was very good. And actually, that's where I learned more about the Suicide Squad. Was the
Yeah.
Assault on Arkham?
Yep.
Which was really good. And if
Fantastic.
they go off of somewhat of that into the DC animated into the Suicide Squad movie, I think we're gonna get some stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I'm down with it. It looks awesome. Which one are you looking for? This is Meerkat right here.
But it looks straight here. Oh, you're on Twitch.
Oh, it's Twitch.
Twitch.
Twitch is on one of these. One of these. You boys
It's
are
probably
supposed to be
that
manning that. One of these two. Jacobs is Twitch. All right. A little peek behind the curtain there. Iron Giant. Iron
okay.
Giant. Iron Giant
Whoa.
is returning.
Whoa! I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
saw an artwork of that today.
Yeah. He's returning
From Comic-Con. It's not
to
good.
theaters this fall for, well, they say one night only, but it's actually 2 nights. September 30th, and then the second showing on October 1st. Look in theaters to find this movie. Iron Giant is going to be playing in the theater. Pack the theaters and watch this movie. It is so good if you've never seen it, and if you have, you already
Watch it
know
again.
you need to go see it in the theater.
But and they're adding 2 scenes.
They
They're
are.
really?
animating 2 scenes that were originally cut. They're
Is Marissa Tomei in it?
An additional 3 seconds. It's like Blade Runner. Every year they come. An additional 2 seconds. It changed the entire story.
Right. Oh no, he's a replicant now. No, he's not. Wait a minute.
What is going on?
I got one I promised I would do for my daughter here. The trailer dropped, another trailer dropped for Chipmunk's third movie, Road Chip.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
that.
Hilarious.
We saw
I
the
love
trailer
it.
the other night.
So that is a movie. Those are
Jason Lee
movies-
is still getting paychecks.
Jason Lee's still in it. Did you watch the trailer?
I did see the trailer.
Did you
I
watch the
actually,
trailer?
I actually just watched the first
No.
one again. My kids keep watching it.
that
Holly,
was,
the movie looks terrible.
that
We'll go
was-
see it.
That's root canal level.
Yeah, that's
filmmaking.
it's rough.
That's
Um,
opening night at the theater.
Yeah, we had fun with the first one. The second one was rough. This one looks like they forgot what was good in the second one. That's how bad it looks. No, this is the third one.
Correct.
There was Alvin and the Chipmunks, there was Chipwrecked, and now this. Oh, this is for the Squeakquel I forgot about.
Hey, you forgot the Squeakle.
Was that one terrible too? Which was the
Yes.
The Squeakle.
I apparently
Everything
need
is
to drink
bad.
more to forget these.
Wow.
I just-
But Jason
wow.
Lee's back.
Ugh.
Think he'll be Brody? You think he'll stink bomb the Chipmunks? All right, who's up next?
So I have one
Finally.
that we don't usually talk about this, but for
Furious 7
today and last night, the Magic Origins.
The game,
pre-release.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, Magic the Gathering Origins. There was a pre-release that just came today.
Excellent.
Yep.
Now, you two are both Magic players.
Yes.
So are you excited by this?
Yes.
I am excited. I just went to the pre-release, so
All right. So you're building your deck out there. Is that why you're like, when is this done? I want to get over there and build my deck.
I'm sorting all my cards.
Yeah, all right.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I used to love playing that game. I just haven't played much. I played you and beat you one of the games. I just want to point that out. Pure luck. Michael Keaton and J.K. Simmons have left Kong Skull Island. They say that it is scheduling conflicts. I was so excited for this. I'm still excited for it. It's King Kong and it's Skull Island. Enough said about that. But I was really excited. Those guys were in it, and now they're not. So I don't know. Is that could be a sign that, like, wow, this movie is going to blow, or maybe there were scheduling conflicts. Maybe they were running late with shooting.
So this is made by Legendary.
Yes.
So is this supposed to be in the same universe as their new Godzilla movie? So we could have another Godzilla versus King Kong?
If not, then they're fools.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's that.
They're going to meet up in the Rock's Rampage movie.
Whoa! Shut up. That would be the greatest thing ever. Is that legendary? Can you imagine that Godzilla and The Rock? Oh. Shut up a little. That is awesome. You just made my whole night. Forget Suicide Squad. That's awesome.
I'm glad that made your night.
Rampaging through New York, those monsters. Oh my God! And they announced that filming 2, and
Oh,
they could
yes.
fight them too.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
All of them.
we'll get some kaiju action.
Yes, kaiju.
Yeah.
And then Hellboy 3.
Oh,
We did that
sorry, Ron
too.
Perlman. He's sitting at his own booth at Comic-Con, just begging people for change to make Hellboy 3.
I hope he gets enough. I want to see that so badly I can taste it. Did you guys see the trailer for Creed?
I did.
No.
It looked terrific.
No.
Do you know what Creed is?
No.
I mean, there's that terrible band, but I'm not
He's like,
talking about that.
no.
No, I do not.
It's Apollo Creed's son from the Rocky movies. You ever
Peter
see the Rocky movies?
No, I have
Okay,
not.
you've seen them. You've seen them. Are you
A
excited for
long
Creed?
time ago. Just not my thing.
Okay.
It looked terrific. Michael B. Jordan got huge.
Oh, that's who that is.
That's my, yeah.
I don't know who he is.
He
so-
got really big for it. He actually, in a lot of ways looks like Apollo Creed.
No, he doesn't.
There were a few scenes there that he looked just
No,
like.
he didn't look like Apollo Creed.
All right.
Wait,
Yeah, that's
is
just
he
it.
gonna
He's
fight
actually
a robot?
He's signed to make an Action Jackson sequel as well.
Shut up. He did?
No.
Oh my God! Oh, I was so excited. That would have been awesome.
I'm just making
Get
up
shut
stuff.
down.
Right?
Get
Make
shut
it
down.
so. Oh.
No, but I think it looks really good. My hope is it's less Stallone, more Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
his
that's what
story
it
is
looked
Apollo
like.
Creed. That's what it looked like, but it is Stallone's movie, so we'll see.
But you know, you saw him like running through the streets of Philly and all that. I'm like, is this like a soft remake?
Yes.
Like that's not. I don't want that. It was enough that there was enough that I wasn't seeing that, but I'm a little worried when we see it that it's going to be that.
And actually, I enjoyed the last Rocky movie.
A tiny bit. So did I. I liked it too. You're not your thing.
I'm not caught up on
I
that.
don't like sports. I don't either.
You know, I can enjoy
The Rocky's
a good
awesome.
sports movie though. Like Major League is one of my favorite movies.
Major League.
It's so bad, but it's so good.
Oh yeah, it's
No, Major League is not bad. It
Major
is
League's a
terrific.
great movie,
It
although
is.
it has
I mean-
no ending. It's like the whole movie they're leading up to the playoffs, and they're going to go, and then it ends, and you're like,
They
That
make
was
the
all
play-
they needed.
They make the playoffs.
yeah, they
That
make
was
the
the point.
playoffs, but you don't end. It's like getting a book. It's got 20 chapters. You get through chapter 19, and you're like, okay, I'm going to just close it. But
That was all they
Because
needed.
they're
to do.
leaving it open for
God.
the sequel.
yeah, and then the
Yeah.
sequel was awful. So just finish the story the right way.
But what about Back in the Minors with Scott Bakula?
terrible. That was
But it
terrible.
had
Unless
Scott
you watch that
Bakula.
movie and you picture Scott Bakula
In Quantum
is
League.
actually the guy from Quantum
He
League.
was.
And at some point, he just goes,
Chloe.
and then it's Tom Berenger again, and he's like, oh, what am I doing here? That would be awesome.
He swaps with Tom Berenger.
That would be awesome.
Nice.
Edward's just dying to say one.
Edward's like, I don't know anything. Let's talk
I
about
don't know
Furious
what you're
7.
talking about. So
Fast
All right,
and
what is
Furious
this?
8, Vin Diesel.
the First Order TIE Fighter. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the picture of the TIE Fighter. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks like a TIE Fighter with red on it.
It's-
So that was a big thing.
Yes.
Wait, what were you going to say?
No, continue.
What, did you see the coverage from San Diego?
Yes.
They had 3.5
I watched the whole
minutes
panel,
of
but-
behind-the-scenes footage.
Yeah, they did
Oh,
like
no.
a 3-minute
Yeah, the
kind of a
highlights.
sizzle reel thing
Yeah, yeah.
behind the scenes.
So they did the big Star Wars panel at San Diego Comic-Con yesterday, I assume,
Earlier.
earlier today. And there's
Oh, it
a
was
really
last
good
night.
little video. It's like 3 minutes long. They roll out Carrie Fisher and Luke Skywalker and Han Solo.
Actually, they're
and-
hiding Mark Hamill. They're not showing him in
No,
that.
he was in it.
They're showing him like that, but they're not showing him on set. They're hiding what his character
Yeah,
looks
they
like.
didn't show who he is on the set.
Well, we know
But-
he's
Yeah,
Luke.
but how he looks.
Right.
But yeah,
He looks like Mark Hamill.
Yeah. And I watched some of the panel, and they kept going on about practical effects.
Yeah,
and,
that's the big
and
thing.
prosthetics, and it's all real props. Which I don't know, it started to grate on me a bit. I mean, because the overuse of CGI wasn't the main problem with the prequels.
No, but you know what? That was a problem. It sterilized it. They're saying, I know that they've spent time with the script. I know they've spent time tweaking this thing. They're saying, we got all that right, but we're also giving you this. I think that's what they were really saying. Like,
Right.
you're gonna get that. And I
I
thought
hope
that
that's
was
right.
awesome.
And bringing Lawrence Kasdan back is certainly a
And how
coup
much
for them.
love did that guy seem to have? He's like, I can't believe I got to do this. I can't believe I got to do it again. We get to spend time
And
fixing
again,
him.
because
Yeah.
I mean, he's a part of like every spin-off.
Yes.
He's involved
Yes.
in
Yes.
this also. That's great.
Yeah, and the best part of the panel was in the last second when J.J. Abrams says, who loves the music? And then he says, how would everybody like to go hear an orchestra do the music? And they all walked out of the panel, went down the street, and listened to an orchestra play the music from Star Wars. The whole cast was there for that thing. And Peter Mayhew, who can barely get around, walked in. His cane was a light-up lightsaber.
That's awesome.
That is fantastic.
That is.
And then he ripped the arm off somebody, and they said, "Don't upset Peter Mayhew." So yeah, that was awesome. That Star Wars stuff, I could barely watch. I got so excited, I had to calm down afterwards.
Yeah, I've already watched it 2 or 3 times. and
Yeah.
it's,
Amazing.
it is. It really is.
All right, who's got one? Nobody has-
well,
I have
we
pages
keep
of
talking a
stuff.
lot about DC's had a big thing, and
We're back
Ben-
in DC.
We're back to DC because we missed another big announcement. Ben Affleck and Jeff Johns are
Yes.
writing the script for the Batman solo film, which
Good.
is right now teased to be called The Batman.
All I care about are the Batman movies, really. So I'm excited for that. I mean, I care about all of it. But
And I like the fact that the Johns is involved.
I do too.
It's
great.
It's showing me that DC is learning probably from their Green Lantern mistakes, and we've got a Green Lantern.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah,
cast
they're-
Ryan Reynolds. That's the problem.
No, Ryan Reynolds was fine. The script was bad.
Yes. this-
You know I love Ryan Reynolds.
I know you do.
Have you seen Van Wilder? Amazing.
No, that was a terrible movie. That is a way to tell. You know how there's a way to tell whether you're like a good match with people. If you like Van Wilder, I'm sorry, we're not a good match. Not a good movie.
I loved it.
Ugh.
I saw it twice in the theater.
You saw the Rise of Taj afterwards, right?
No, actually, I did not.
You didn't do that one?
No, I did
Not even on cable.
I think I've seen parts of it on
Yep.
cable.
I'm busting you out right now. Parts of it means I got 3/4 of the way through, and then it went, I can't take it anymore. I'm right. Look at his face. I'm
Maybe.
right.
I don't even remember.
Oh man.
Well, they're doing a reboot also of the Green Lantern
Correct.
films.
It's going to be about the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Core.
Well, the corpse, because
That's-
Ryan Reynolds is dead in
Yes.
this movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, not
It
the
is.
corpse.
Yeah.
The Green Lantern Corpse's bride.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, great. More superhero movies. Yay.
So
Well, you know what, though? This kind of maybe lends a little bit to some of the rumors that were coming out before that they were going to cast, what's-his-face was playing,
Jon Stewart.
Tyrese Gibson
Yes.
and, why am I drawing a blank on Captain Kirk?
Pine.
Shatner.
Pine.
Chris
Captain
Pine, thank you. Yes, together, Shatner will be cast. He will be on Oa.
That's my ring. Fuck, let go of my
Shatner,
ring.
Patrick Stewart, all the captains
yeah.
will be there. Scott Bakula, amazing.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And then halfway through it, you go, and it turns out it's another Shatner.
There you go.
No,
That would be-
he turns into Shia LaBeouf.
Into Shia LaBeouf. No, that. Oh.
All right, I'm leaving
Give me my
this
money back.
podcast. It's over.
How about this one that I'm not buying wholly? Wesley Snipes says that he's been meeting with Marvel about bringing Blade back. Getting a little long in the tooth to be launching a Blade series with Wesley Snipes, unless he's going to be old Blade, because Blade is supposed to have vampires, so he's going to stay young for a while, and Wesley Snipes, his timer is going to run out at some point. Look at Sylvester Stallone. He doesn't look like Rocky anymore.
No.
If he was supposed to be that same age now, we'd go, that doesn't look like a vampire. That looks like somebody hit him with a box of rocks. What do you think? Although you excited, I mean, I want him to relaunch Blade.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind it.
I
But
mean, Wesley Snipes-
I think it's kind of bunk.
Wesley Snipes was a train wreck in the third Blade movie, but but that was
Ryan Reynolds, Wesley Snipes, and
Jessica Biel.
yeah, Jessica Biel, and that was not good. Not good.
No, but again, it was not good because they were filming two separate movies and combining them together because Wesley Snipes did not want to talk or acknowledge anybody else on that set.
Right. So here's an idea, Marvel. Let's start working with him again.
Yeah,
Wait,
but,
wait, is
but
he
Wesley
still in
Snipes
Factory?
is a real life ninja. I mean, he is. I wouldn't. You know what? If you could put him in the Daredevil series, if you're bringing him like a Netflix series of Blade,
Yes.
I don't think we're going to see a Blade movie. I don't think that would be bad.
If you did a
for Wesley
series
Snipes.
that way, I'd be okay with that. But just know that you're not going to have the legs to go further with it. You're going to be able to do this for a couple of years, and then you're done.
They could do something that he drinks some kind of eternal blood and turns into.
Although if
You know,
they did
Jaden
Passenger
Smith.
57 too, I'd be
Passenger
down with
58.
that.
Nobody picked up on that. I was waiting for him.
Yes.
No, because I said he drinks some eternal blood and turns
No.
into Jaden Smith.
No.
Oh, really good. That's horrible.
No.
Let's never make that happen ever. Jaden Smith wants to be Batman with his white Batman outfit that he wears at the Kardashian weddings. There's no way
Oh my God.
he is going to be doing that. He is not Marvel.
No, he's Static Shock.
Yeah. So, hear that? Hear that, Jaden Smith? I gave you the...
And he's sitting at home with his millions of
Okay,
dollars.
this is one of the most exciting things I saw this week. IDW is a comic book company, and they picked up the rights. Starting in 2016, they were going to have Micronauts and Rom the Space Knight comic books.
Okay.
Yes! Yes, he is.
You've been
I-
waiting for this. We've been
I
talking
love
about
those.
ROM for what, 12 months now?
I've been talking about it for what, 47 years, something like that. I love Rom the Space Knight. I love the Micronauts, and IDW is picking them up, and they've already said, we're not saying that we're doing something with Marvel, but we have the rights to it, and Marvel has said we still own the Microverse, which is what that's from. So we could have Rom and the Micronauts. That sounds like Gem and the Holograms. Coming soon.
Can't wait for that movie. Edward will be
I
there.
don't even care. I don't even care if they make movies out of it. I want to read the comics. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I love that stuff. Guess you guys don't care. I guess you. Okay, here's one you're going to care about. Did you guys see the trailer for Fear the Walking Dead?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. Hard R. Did you see it?
I can't watch
Did you see
scary
it?
stuff. Yes.
Anyone else see it? It was awesome, wasn't it? Fear the Walking Dead looks awesome.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Starts next month.
I'm excited for it, but I wasn't sure because I love the other series so much. And uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Drop the mic. It's done.
All right, we're going to make it very fast. What time is it? We still got time. Yeah, this trailer was fantastic. And the trailer for Season 6, did you guys see that?
Yes.
No.
I'm
Nope.
not.
That was also awesome.
That it was awesome. Did you get nervous during it? It made me nervous when Rick had the gun on the guy and he's like, "You don't know who you're talking to," and I'm like, "Uh-oh, something's." I'm not thinking it's zombies. I'm thinking there's something really bad happening. I don't know. I got a very bad vibe off of it.
I
Made me a little
don't want to
nervous.
know what kind of vibe you're getting.
I love The Walking Dead. Omar Sharif died this week.
Yes.
83 years old. Those of you that don't know, I would say I want to honor him by bringing him up here. Not that he was in the movie Top Secret, but he does deserve an Oscar for that. But where he actually did get an Oscar, I believe, was Lawrence of Arabia. You guys ever see that movie?
Lawrence,
Yes.
it's beautiful.
It's-
Beautiful film.
An astounding movie. If you ever get a chance to see it in a theater, run. Do not walk. It is so good. It is shot beautifully. The acting is amazing. And Omar Sharif, man, 83 years old. I guess he had Alzheimer's that was diagnosed this year, and then boom. Well, because you usually know this. You've got the death pool over there, so you know all about this. Yeah, you do. Trailer for Sinister 2. Anyone see that?
I didn't see that yet.
Okay, you didn't like it though, right, Alil? Sinister?
No, I thought it was
Did you see it?
Those movies don't scare me.
I know you didn't. You know what? The trailer looked okay. It looks like it'll be a fun one to watch, but if you're looking for something scary, it's probably not really scary. A couple of monster in the closet, woo, But I do like that bad guy in it. What's his name? Dingus or Dungus or. Well, I'm going to be so far off on this one when I finally get to what his name is. Bagul. I had a D in it. Let's see, what else? I'm going to roll through fast. Tales of Halloween. Ooh, did you see this trailer?
No.
Okay, there's an anthology trailer coming out or a movie coming out about Christmas. It's called Bad Christmas or something, and it's one of these anthology films that has multiple stories within a thing. Well, there's one called Tales of Halloween, and when the names come up that are involved in this, it's an awesome group of people that are directing and acting. It's like, wow. This looks really cool. It's kind of like VHS without the being more ghost story, a little more accessible than VHS. VHS is a little hardcore for some people. This looks like it's going to be more of a fun, scary Halloween movie. I loved the trailer. It's kind of like, remember that movie Trick or Treat?
Love Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat's an amazing movie. Most people didn't see it. Did anybody here see Trick or Treat? What's wrong with you?
If you have, it's really good. It's some great
It's
kind of classic
fantastic.
feeling stories. It's got some actors that you'll be like, holy cow, I can't believe you're in this movie.
It's one of these movies that came out and it didn't hit the theaters, or it was just there for a short bit.
It was
Just
short.
kinda- And then I saw it on Blu-ray and I was like, this should have been a huge Halloween movie. It was great. Lock and Key. Anyone read Lock and Key? I'm the only one. Lock and Key is an amazing comic book. Everybody should read that also. Here's the secret that nobody knows, because it just says the guy's name who writes it. He's actually Stephen King's son, but he doesn't go by the name King. Or Bachman, I don't think. This book is fantastic. It's a series of comics. Trust me, just get it. Trust me. Well, they're doing an audiobook version, and it's got really good people involved, including Haley Joel Osment.
Ooh.
Is that how you say his name? Whatever.
I think so.
So there's a good one. Archie, you know the Archie comics? They're doing a TV
Yep.
series.
Oh,
On the
no.
CW.
Oh, Riverdale. No, it's live action.
Only if it's the Archie versus the zombies. No,
Archie versus Zombies? That one I
yeah,
want to
the
read.
zombie one where they. That's
No,
awesome.
this is going to be Riverdale. This is going to be the worst.
The
Yes.
Riverdale
It's going to be
gang.
crapola. So yeah, not going for that one. So fast here. Trailer for Shannara Chronicles came out. Did you see that? It's
For
an
what?
MTV series. The Shannara. Am I saying that right? It's like an adventure fantasy.
Isn't it that book series?
Terry
It's like
Bro-
20 books so
Yes.
long or something.
And this trailer, seek it out. It's called the Shannara Chronicles. It's not a trailer. It's like a first look. I'm so sold.
MTV's doing it though.
Yes. Who cares?
Hey, you
MTV
know what?
just buys the rights to do it.
MTV, the Scream wasn't bad.
That Scream is fantastic.
I
I'm
actually
surprised.
enjoyed it.
Really? Okay.
I think I'm about done. Sinister 2, IDW. Did I mention Micronauts and Rom the Space Knight?
Yes,
course you did.
Sherlock.
Rom is coming back?
Last thing. This is my last
Holy
one.
cow, did we go back in 10 minutes? Is this Quantum Leap?
This is my last one. There was a trailer for the Sherlock Christmas special. They are going to release it theatrically, so if you want to go, you got like one night to see it, I think.
Is this like a full length thing then, or are there
It's-
90-minute ones?
It's probably, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure it is. Because all the Sherlocks are all 90 minutes. It's probably a good 90 minutes, maybe even a little plus.
Okay.
But it takes place in Victorian England, so it's like
Awesome.
different than the
Awesome.
continuity we know, but wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
And Watson even has a great joke because Sherlock's like, well, you heard the what's her name? The woman who owns the building they live in. She's
Hudson.
like, when you write your books,
Yeah.
you kind of leave me out. And she's like, he's like, well, you know, you're just a piece of the story. And Sherlock goes, don't worry about it. I'm only in the dog one a little bit. He's like, you're the whole story in Hound of the Baskervilles. Very funny. So I'm down with this. Martha, we have a date or sometime at Christmas to go see that. All right. Is that it? Are you guys done?
Yeah, I'm done.
That's it.
All right. We made it. I know we got everybody here. We have our guests about to start. So that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for listening, everybody. That was This Week in Geek. I don't know the date.
July 11th.
2015. We'll be back next week with more of this, and it won't be quite as rushed and chaotic. That's it. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you, Blue Box.
Thank you.
We are going to have 3 different guests. I don't see the second one yet, so we might have 2 guests. And we have to do these quickly. We're going to do about 25 minutes or so with each one. And this is kind of like if you went to a Comic-Con and you sat in on panels and got to listen to artists and writers. And we did one of these a few months ago, and it was great. People really responded to it. Tonight we're doing it again. And August 15th we're doing it again. And we're not making this official, but I think we're doing it again next week because I've had artists that want to do it next week. So, there we go. We will be back in just a moment. Martha, are you ready? I will. And before we do that, let me get the business out of the way. We never want to charge for these things, obviously. It's free. But there are costs involved, equipment, materials, other expenses. We have next to Edward up there, not always next to Edward, we have a hat for donations. If you enjoy yourself tonight, you want to kick a few bucks our way, it would be greatly appreciated. Those of you that are watching at home, if you go to our website, there is a tab in the upper right-hand corner for donations. You can either do it through PayPal or directly to us or to Patreon on some of our pages. It helps. It's what helps keep this thing going, and we need help. We've got like 80 different shows on our network, and somebody's got to pay for it. So that's it. All right. We'll be back in probably 1 minute.
Hey, Rob.
I know, I'm coming. I see him.
Twitch is this.
Yeah, if you want me to adjust the shut up, I will. I'm leaving up to like an hour.
Yes, did it shut off on us?
Yeah.
Yes. Whatever you can do.
Yeah.
So we'd like to talk to you over here.
Where do they have? Yeah, we're just gonna. It wasn't utilities. Oh, where is it? Where is that at? Yeah, it's where it shuts off automatically. No, it hasn't been. Let's go that way. I don't think that's it. That's not it.
It's
Watch it.
So you got the audio coming out of the mixer rolling, right?
I can't remember where it is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And oh, it could be display.
Oh, that's Twitch image.
Yeah, and then I do like
Oh, wow. And then so you've got all the, like, the audio podcast feeds. So, nice setup. Yeah, that's good. I always wondered, like, how do you stream it unless you have two guys?
Ideally, we can do it to one.
Where was Meerkat? There it is.
You can do all this stuff and then
Really?
yeah.
Wow. It's a workhorse.
Unfortunately, this computer doesn't like. It's a lot of trouble when it's running.
This camera or this Logitech?
When it's running through,
Ah.
No, baby, don't run my battery.
Yeah.
Don't have one side.
'Cause this probably has a camera on it too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys seem to make color reactions.
It might just be really confused because it's pushing out video like to 3 different places at once. How long? I bet you had to like trial and error this for a bit to figure out how to get it working. And then you probably were you doing video games most of those on Twitch at the time? Okay. Okay.
So I had a beer with was
Okay.
and then he also watches YouTube, so I told him to
Now, how would you add cursor? You need another iOS.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, really? It's like Meerkat. That's a simple, but it's integrated to Twitter.
Yeah, it's gonna be and download all the apps.
Oh, that would be neat. 'Cause I think you could use this for buttons, the broadcast, like the one-side broadcast.
Is everything recording? I'm going to introduce you. Is Meerkat running? Excellent. Hello, Meerkat. We're back. All right. We officially are starting our MicroCon now. Welcome to B2C2STC2NWXNW. Worst name ever.
I was like, no way are you guys using it.
Well, believe it or not, the next one is just as bad.
It's gotta
So,
be worse because you have to add more. Now they're like this.
well, the next one's actually in code, so it's just symbols. It's really difficult.
Oh, no, that's.
No, you won't understand that. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. We are going to do 2, hopefully 3 interviews tonight. They're going to be quick, and then we're going to play Trivia Mayhem tonight if we have time. Our first interview is right here. We have 3. Martha's going to do the interview. Meerkat, enjoy. Everybody here, enjoy. I'm done. And welcome.
That was the worst intro.
Worst intro ever.
Okay, I'm Martha Southgate with Ian.
I'm Bree Pye.
And Bree, you're an artist.
Yes.
That we met a long time ago at Comic-Con, and we follow you everywhere, don't we? We even ended up in Des Moines, and we're like, oh my gosh, Bree's here, you know. But
When we're like, oh, hey, it's here.
yeah, like, yeah, we're everywhere. We're everywhere. But how old are you?
I am 17.
And you are in here in Chicago in the summer because you're going to the Art Institute?
Yes, I'm taking it. I was accepted to the early college summer program. I always think of that. At the School of Arts Institute of Chicago, and I'm taking an alternative comics and graphic novels class.
Very cool. Now, are you going to go to school there in the fall?
Not this fall. We haven't quite decided where I'm going. I'd like to go to SCIC because it's a good school and they've got classes that I'd like to take, but it's kind of
Okay. Now, you go around to all the different Comic-Cons and you do your work there, you do commission work while you're there, and you sell a lot of your artwork.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing that?
My first con was Planet Comic Con 2014. I was 16, and that was a lot of fun. That was my first one.
That is a great way to spend your teenage years. There's nothing I love more than Comic-Con. And so, yeah,
I love it.
I don't have to ever, function. I don't, I just,
Yeah.
But when I watch you sit and do your art and you do all your commissioned pieces, what is your favorite piece that you've ever created?
I just did last week. I did a giant painting of Songbird from Bioshock Infinite, and I'm keeping it. Nobody gets it.
That's awesome. So, how did you discover your style or your technique?
My grandfather is a watercolorist, so he taught me watercoloring, and I hated it. But then a few years back, I started playing around with it, and I sort of based it off of Japanese and Asian art styles, traditional ones, along with anime. And so it just sort of went from there to what it is now.
Very cool. And you can see her art. They're starting to put it out if you want to look at it. They have bits of stuff, and it is for sale if you want to purchase anything that she has here. Okay, so I was going to ask you if there are artists in your family, but clearly there are. So your grandfather?
My grandfather is a watercolorist, really is. I don't know if that's a word, but
We're going to call it that.
Yeah,
We're calling it that. Yeah. It's like a ventriloquist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except really great. He makes them talk. My sister is learning pottery. My mom is a photographer.
Oh, wow.
And then my dad's he's like an IT guy.
Okay, so their creativity stops right there. What was school like for you? Did your siblings support and foster your art? Or
Yes, because I am homeschooled.
Oh, okay, that's so good. I didn't know that. Okay, so that's why you were able to travel so much.
Okay, because I don't, well, I mean, now I'm in college, so I have to look at but most of the professors are pretty cool. Like, I have a con, and they're like, oh, okay, just tell me what it is. That's cool.
Well, especially if you're an art student.
Yeah.
Show, like
my art teacher at the community college I go to, every time there's a con, she's like, oh, that's so cool, where are you going this time? And she was super excited that I'm going to that early, I just said myself, early,
I can't believe I haven't done it yet. I'm sorry.
I fling my hands around when I talk, so it's amazing I'm not covered in something.
Give it time.
Yeah.
So
I haven't gotten the paints out yet.
Did you find them during the days, like you just get your academics kind of over with, like, and then be able to just do art? 'Cause that's what our daughter does. Is she spends hours of her day doing art.
That's how you do it.
Molly, got it?
I still do. I do my school in the mornings, and then just the rest of the day I just draw.
Yeah.
Or I'll work on business stuff. Because a lot of people don't realize that being an artist and selling at comics, there's a lot of business stuff too.
Are you going to take business classes in college?
Yes.
I highly recommend that.
Yes.
Marketing.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you want to do with your art career?
I want to write graphic novels and comic books for girls.
Awesome. And any specific genre or?
I like fantasy a lot. I have one for young. Comics. I have what I was saying. And I'm working on one about a demonically powered vigilante.
Nice. Who doesn't love a demonic?
Yeah, those are fun.
And can they see those on your website?
On my blog. The blog goes on my blog, and then Oddity, which is the demonic vigilante one. I'm still working on that one, but we're planning to actually print that.
Very cool. So that'll be available at the cons here.
Yes.
Okay. And then what is your dream project? Like if you could do anything, what would be your dream project?
Successful comic book.
Okay.
I like people to read them because I like reading comic books, and I think that'd be cool if people had time for it.
Very good. And do you have any favorite artists that have inspired you? Or?
I like Ruth Thompson a lot. The entirety of Japan, basically.
Narrows it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
The whole country.
Yeah.
I'm not other countries.
It's Asia. Yeah. There's a lot of manga and anime artists I really like. Hayao Miyazaki, I think.
Oh, the one who did Ghibli, yeah.
Yeah. That's, I love those movies. And
Did you see all of them?
I have not seen all of them yet.
I want to ask this question because we tried to do it as a podcast. It's really there's like 23 of them, and we had known Ponyo and all the like Cats in the Sky and House Moving Cats.
Yeah,
we oh no, then we got some of them. I went, oh my gosh, I can't watch it. I don't like these anymore.
Okay.
No, it was Porco Rosso.
I haven't seen that. We rented it, borrowed it from the library, and we never got a chance to watch it.
We watched most of it. Rob liked it, but Molly and I, and then it was like, I don't know, there was just a whole bunch, and I went, oh, this isn't Ponyo.
No,
never mind. I don't want to do this anymore. So that was the end of that podcast. No, but yeah, the drawing style, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so who are your favorite characters?
Favorite characters? From what?
That's good for you to figure out.
Well, I just
asked the questions.
Favorite Marvel character?
Okay, there you go.
Hawkeye, because bow and arrow. Favorite Doctor Who character? The 10th Doctor, because David Tennant. My cat's name is Ted. Like, people don't understand how much I love David Tennant. My cat's name is Ted. Thinking.
Favorite anime character? Is that too impossible?
That's,
I don't know. Why am I interviewing you? I don't know what I'm doing up here. I really don't.
Edward Elric? I don't know. He's pretty awesome.
Molly would like to know who your favorite My Little Pony character is.
Nightmare Moon.
Oh.
She's cool. She's creepy. I like it. Plus, blue's my favorite character. Color. Blue's my favorite character. Just
from Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
You're a big fan.
Hey, I'm a big fan. Sounds like three.
Right. Blue's Clues? There you go. You can bond on that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What do you listen to when you do your art?
Everything.
You listen to music? Or do you like silence?
I listen to music. It depends on what I'm drawing. Like, for more powerful characters, I listen to, like, heavy metal or something, and then for softer characters, I'll listen to show tunes or Lindsey Sterling, instrumental sometimes. I keep forgetting there's a microphone, so I'm like, oh. I like the girl in Singing in the Rain.
Yes. Oh, Molly, that was her favorite movie since she was 3. I was like, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great theme. Now, do you, where's your favorite place to work?
My bedroom.
I go like this, like it means like.
I work in my bedroom when I'm drawing. I have a chair and I sit in it, and mostly it works except when Ten decides that I should be petting him and not drawing. And then once I'm done with the drawing and inking, I go down to the basement, which is my studio, and it's also like a mess right now. But that's where I paint.
As it should be.
Yes. It's covered in paint and bicycles.
Nice.
Because that's what you have in your art studio, bicycles.
Why not?
Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite medium to work in?
Watercolors. I love watercolors. Hated it for 12 years, and then like 3 years. How old am I? 17. I don't know.
So a while ago.
Yeah, a while ago.
Like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Changed the rest.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. What is it about it that you?
I like how.
You're okay. You're okay.
I like how light it can be, and also how dark and vibrant. I like the vibrancy. I think that's a word.
It is.
Oh, yay! I got a word.
It's a word. I'm done with it.
And I like when I'm really mad about something, I can just go and go with the water.
And it'll just, that's like our studio looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's too.
Awesome. Now, let me think, I'm running out of
So
questions.
you draw when you're mad?
I do draw when I'm mad. There was an episode of Bleach, and I got really, really mad about the episode. And so I painted the scene that made me mad, and I took a big glob of red paint, and I just went slap, because I was mad.
And that's what mad looks like.
Yes.
Big lot of red
Yes.
paint.
Right in the middle.
Does anybody have any questions? Oh, yes, go ahead.
What is your favorite manga?
What's my favorite manga? Degree Man. I like Degree Man. Also Black Butler. Also Nausicaa. Also all of that.
All right, anybody else? Question? Anybody?
What influenced you to become an artist?
My grandfather, he trained me in watercoloring from when I was very young. And like I said, I hated it, but then I got older and I really liked it. So definitely my grandpa.
And what does he do with it? Like,
he does landscapes.
Okay.
Lots of landscapes. So he's always like, it's so fun that you can do people.
Oh.
And I'm like,
what was the hardest thing for you to? My chair is so squeaky. I am sorry, and they shouldn't give that to someone with ADD because no.
Yes. I have that problem.
What was the hardest thing that you had to master? Like most people say hands or something. Like, what is the most?
I still haven't mastered hands. Then
do you put them behind their back? Just like
no, my mom calls them potato hands. I'm getting better about them, but I have like clumps for hands sometimes.
Okay.
But I'm getting better about actually giving them fingers. They don't look pretty, but they're fingers.
Okay, so it's kind of it's an ongoing,
Yes.
lifelong
Yes.
process trying to
Yes.
master certain things. Yes. And what was something that you have mastered that you were most excited about?
Shading. I'm really, really happy with my shading. That's a really weird thing to say, but
Do you have anything that you want to share? Like any stories, any good Comic-Con stories, any artists that you've gotten to meet that was exciting? Or?
One day when we were walking back to our car from the con, we were walking and this other artist was walking next to us, and we were talking about, we were going down the wrong road or something, and so we got lost, and we were talking, and we were like, I don't think this is the way to the cars. And he was like, yeah, I don't think so. And then we got to the cars, and he walked to his friend. He was like, bye. And as we left, I was like, Mom, I'm pretty sure that was C.B. Cebulski.
Okay. I am going to pretend like I know who it is. Okay. You got to tell us who he is.
No.
Oh.
Go back a little bit and talk about your own.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, watch that. I don't care.
Oh, you were kidding.
Martinstown. It was right before the whole thing with Ski. But we were walking down, and that guy, Garrett Wayne, he was standing there, and he didn't have a ride to his hotel. So
Harry can ride.
No, he did not. But he was just like, this is awkward.
Oh my god.
So
But he was saying that, like, how if he walked, nobody would have stopped him.
no, yes, they'd be like, is that guy? It is that guy. Oh my gosh. That's how I feel.
It's awesome.
It's like that guy.
I know, it's so fun, isn't it?
Yes.
And then at St. Louis was Michael Ripper.
Oh, I love him.
we were at another artist table. We were talking. He was a Disney official Disney artist. We were at his
Wait,
table.
Michael Ripper? I'm talking about Walking Dead. Okay.
Yeah, he was a Disney artist. You didn't know?
No.
So,
I mean, it's fun. Okay.
I'm joking. We were at this other artist table. I don't remember his name. Disney Oils.
Yeah, that guy. Specifically.
Disney.
Okay.
Specifically
Yeah,
Disney. Yeah, but we were at his table talking to him, and we were on our way to go talk to him, and there's Michael Rooker talking to him,
Oh.
and we were like, "Is this for real?"
That is so cool.
And then the Disney artist would have left.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh my God, did that actually just happen? What?"
That, you know, to me, there is, as people always say, Disney World is the happiest place on earth. I'm sorry, but every Comic-Con I have ever been to is the happiest place on earth. And I just love meeting, and you know, like with my stop here, where we go, and you know, but we love the artists, we love the people, and we hang in Artist Alley, and that's
Artist Alley is the best.
it's just the place to be, and it's there's just so much creativity and passion and excitement. Everything's fun. Everything's exciting.
But, sorry, but one time, Wizard World's really weird. They give us promotional items from Print Ninja, and it's never like in paper. It's random items. Like once they gave us a ski mat. But one day they gave us foam at Tulsa. They gave us foam throwing stars. So we scheduled at 2 o'clock. All the artists, or at least the ones in our row, had a throwing star war.
Oh, that's
I accidentally hit a random passerby.
You know what? It's okay. It's Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And they would just probably hit you with their sword.
Yeah.
Most likely carrying, right?
Yeah.
When we went to, we saw you in Des Moines.
Yeah.
And now you go to a lot. We met the ones you're naming, because it was, well, now we have a functioning cost. We can do that. You know, we stepped up a little bit here as Alpha Media Group. But we were in Des Moines, and we were walking through, and Molly says, you know, this one isn't as exciting for me. And I said, what are you talking about? And so she goes, I feel like we already know everybody. I thought, okay, you know you go to too many Comic-Con. Like, you know.
There's no such thing as too many Comic-Cons.
We've got that celebrity. Like, although she did get to meet, she got to meet River Song. She got to meet Alex Kingston twice. And so that was really fun. Because actually,
Tell her how I met her twice.
Alex walked in front of us, and I didn't even notice. And all of a sudden, Molly goes, "Oh, hi again." And Alex sits over and goes, "Oh, you know," and then chatting with her. It was so sweet. So she's excited for Billy Piper now at Wizard World.
My mom wants David Tennant.
Is he going to be at Wizard?
I don't know.
You were just making this stuff up now. You're just teasing us.
She wants David Tennant to be somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
He
doesn't do very many, though. I mean, he's probably at San Diego right now, though, right? Okay, I love him. But I love him. I mean, you know what? I'm an equal opportunity guy. But yeah, Molly's is Matt Smith, and she had said, like, she freaked out with Clara. Like, could not even say a word. And here's this kid who has talked to everybody, and she's a podcaster, and she's been doing it for 2 years, you know, and she's just like standing there going,
That's like how when I got to meet Harry Elway. Those like,
oh,
and I got art signed, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool." I mean, he didn't sound like that. He sounded like Harry Elway didn't know me. I drew Dread Pirate Roberts. There we go. and I got it signed, and it's sitting in my room. I don't have a frame for it yet, but he wrote on it, "You're an amazing kid." I was like,
oh, you are, Bree. He sees that just like we do. You know, and that's what I love how people, they all support each other. And it's like you're sitting there in Artist Alley with all these adults who've been doing it for 30 years, you know, and you know, and I know how supportive that environment is, and that they just walk around and see everybody's stuff and go, yay, you know, you're so good, you know.
I have a lot of other artists come up to me and go, "Can you do this character?"
Oh,
and these are like
so cool.
men twice my age, and they're like, "You do this," and I'm like, "Yes, I can do that."
Oh, that is so cool. So what do you recommend to any aspiring artists that might be sitting here?
Don't stop. Don't do it.
Just produce.
Just keep going, and even if you think it looks bad, keep going, because even if it looks good, it'll still get better. Like my old stuff, now looking back on it, I'm like, oh, that looks so bad. And then I'm looking at my new stuff, and even like stuff I did last month, I'm like, oh, that looks as good as what I'm doing now. So just keep going, and also, the art gene is not a thing. You work for it. You don't just magically have talent.
Very good. Do you have anything else you want to share? Anybody have any other questions? Oh, yeah. I like you and your questions. You're helping me here. Because I only wrote thing about 13 and we got through in about 5 minutes. So, yeah.
How long and how hard is to make like manga and stuff and graphic novels?
Ask me that in like a year. I'm still working on my first full-length comic. I had a couple. I had stuff going on, so I didn't get to work on it as much as I wanted to this year. This year that is only half done. But thus far, it's taking a lot longer than I was expecting. But I have ADHD, and I'm like, oh, I can get that done like super fast. But no, it doesn't. It takes a lot longer than you think.
So how long does it take you to do like a page of it?
From drawing, from
all of it. From a blank page.
From a blank page
to a finished page. Like rough. You don't have to be. You can lie to us. We have no idea. So you just tell us whatever number you want to give us.
A couple hours maybe, but then there's also editing, cleaning, and then there's designing how you want the pages to look. Designing, or I guess not designing, but rough sketches, rough drafts of how you want it laid out until you get to the final product, and I'm still not there yet.
Okay, so it's going to take a while. Start now.
Yes.
Because you might be done by the time you're ready with your first one. Although I suppose it depends on how many pages.
Yes, I'm
a comic book versus a graphic novel.
Yeah, I'm working on a comic book, so it's 20-ish pages. And I have it, like I said, I have it inked, and it probably would have taken less time if I actually was able to focus.
Mm-hmm.
But
traveling and everything.
Yeah, I'm everywhere, and then there's all kinds of stuff going on.
I just blame your mom.
It's your
fault.
fault.
That's what happens at our house. You know, it always lands on me. It's like, oh, I didn't. You know, I screwed up. So we'll just say it's you. Yeah, it's her.
I blame her for forgetting my shoes.
Yeah, last night we went to Molly's art. She did an art camp this week, an art and music camp, and they had a gala last night to do a show, you know, like showcase what they learned. And she gets out of the car and she goes, "Oh, I am not wearing any shoes." Like, okay, typical artist, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know I don't have shoes on?
I forget everything.
So Rob had to go home, get her shoes, come back before the thing starts, so I'm not going to let her out.
Another tip for ADHD artists, don't forget to eat.
Oh, I do that
all the time. I'm like, I get so engrossed in what I'm doing that it will be like 5 hours, and I'm like, I didn't eat breakfast or lunch.
Oh, see, you know what? She wakes up hungry, so she eats breakfast, then hours. Lunch is the one she'd forget. So I resume there still usually ate. So I'm there to remind her about lunch. But she always says that if you weren't here, that would be the meal I'd forget.
I set a timer for myself to make sure I eat things.
There you go. We have this visual timer.
The best. I have a phone.
Oh, yeah.
I use my phone with its lens.
Yeah, she needs to see it.
Ah.
Yes, you do, because you're that kid.
I have learned though.
She's trying to get me to give her a phone. That's what she's doing there. Oh, this. Yeah, it works. All right. Where are you going to be next?
My next con is KC Comic Con, which it's its first year. I'm looking forward to it a lot. I have one of my friends, she's going to come help us, so that's exciting. After that is Chicago Wizard World, I think. So I'm very excited about that. Because Nathan Fillion's, well, also Nathan Fillion's going to be.
I'm also. And I also.
Like my aunt, she's my aunt's favorite person ever. So she got the VIP thing, and so she's like demanding. She is so excited. She made me. Well, she didn't make me. She had me do a Captain Mal, and she wants me to do a castle. That one.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna bring those and have them, and she gets to give them to them, or
she's gonna get them signed.
Okay.
So, and she's like, "You're coming with me." I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we love meeting the celebrities are fun, and Wizard World seems to have an abundance of really good celebrities. Yeah, last one we met in Des Moines, we met Billy D. Williams and Robert England and all these guys. But
There haven't been a lot that I've been excited to meet. I mean, I got to meet the Ming-Na Wen. I was really excited to meet her.
We like her.
She was really funny because she walked up to our table, and she's such a kick butt character on that. Yeah, that one. And the first thing she does when she walks up to the table, she knocked over a water bottle with lava.
Oh.
I was like, this woman is my hero.
She is so funny, and you know, she did this one episode that was my very favorite, and when Rob interviewed one of the guys from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Brett Dalton, and he said, he's like, oh my gosh, you know, Ming-Na, and this guy, he goes, oh my gosh, that was her. Like, she's so goofy, and she's so funny, you know, and I love that. She's just very real, and I think that's what's nice about it. When you meet these celebrities, they're never snobby.
No,
they're just really, and they're so excited to be there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just being surrounded by people that love me all day long. And the only one who was really strange was Carrie Fisher. And at Indianapolis Comic Con, and she was throwing glitter at everybody, and she was swearing at people. I was just sitting there. We were in line to see Claire, Jenny Coleman, and right next to her. I was like, oh my gosh, this woman, who invited her? She was like, probably not. But
I mean, I can understand throwing glitter at people.
No, don't you dare do that. I will never talk to you again.
No, I mean, there's glitter in my room because my sisters and I had a glitter board, and so my cat is still getting glitter. I hate glitter. It's of arts and crafts.
Yeah, it is. It's the baby money.
My entire art room is covered.
Well, I think we're good. It does. I didn't know that. I thought maybe I could control. Okay.
You cannot control me.
Well, it was so great to have you here, and you are fantastic. And everybody, please look at her artwork, look through it, and she's just an amazing, amazing talent. And thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for hanging out.
I think that's the only one.
It's awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna report that by
Yes. All right. All right. So Bobbitt just showed up, so we will be able to do all 3 interviews tonight. We'll see if we can fit in 3 man. Hello, Paul. No time for love, Dr. Jones. We got to get going here. So if you want to grab something to drink and then come on up, I'm going to interview right away. Is that cool? Yeah. So go ahead and get something to drink, and then we'll do our thing. Okay. Thank you, everybody, on that one. Meerkat is back up and running. I think Twitch is down. I'm just looking at my belt buckle now anyway. It's right there. Thank you. Bree. That was awesome. Okay. As soon as Paul's ready, we'll get started. But in the meantime, one last bit of business. We do have that hand donation. If you're enjoying it tonight, you would like to help donate to keep things going. The hand is up there by Edward. There are expenses involved that can really help out. A couple of quick things coming up. This is probably the most important thing. August 1st, we are doing a podcast marathon right here. It's going to be 12 hours of podcasting, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. You don't have to come for 12 hours. I can see the panic going. Yeah, she's not coming. I'm going to be here for 12 hours. I'm sure Chris will be here for 12 hours. But we're doing a marathon. We're going to have a ton of shows. We had so many respond that want to be on it that we're actually doing half-hour blocks rather than hour blocks for everybody. We're going to have raffles that day. We're also going to have a silent auction for some things. The reason we're doing that, the reason we're having those auctions, I know I'd love to say that it's because we want to make money. It has nothing to do with us, other than it's our anniversary of South End Media Group. So we thought we'd celebrate that by giving back. There's a kid right here in Elgin who is autistic. He's 10 years old, and he has stage 4 brain cancer. And we decided to do a fundraiser that day for them. So please, tell your friends, come on out, get some lunch. I think Blue Box is donating a percentage of everything they sell that day to it. We're going to have the raffles. 100% is all going to Ned and his family. So please come up and support that. And it's going to be a blast. We've got some amazing stuff on that day. It's not all our shows, although I'd like to say those are all amazing. We actually have some other ones. One is was a nominee for Podcast Award. Another one, if they make it, actually won a big podcast award. They're arguably one of the most popular podcasts out there. It's going to be fun to love Star Wars. There's going to be just all sorts of subjects. There's even going to be sports in this one. I won't know what they're talking about. Okay, so that's it. Meerkat, find us on our website at southamptongroup.com. You can also donate there if you'd like to help us out. That's separate from the podcast marathon. That's us. That's the charity known as us. And we're on YouTube and Google Plus, Twitch, and Meerkat. And next week we should be on Periscope also. So we're kind of like everywhere. Coming to the CBS. And it's completely false. Okay. I'm going to start this. Eventually. I'm going to do this like a real intro. There's a microphone for you. You can take out, you can hold the microphone, you can do whatever you want. You can sit where you want. Welcome to Live at the Blue Box. It is our micro-con, very tiny. It's like the TARDIS in here. We fit everybody in. It's bigger on the inside. From outside, it looks like a box. Nobody can laugh at that. I didn't laugh at that one. Excellent. So, this is our second annual. It's only 2 months. I don't think call it annual. Annual. This is our quarterly micro-con. This one has its own name. It's B2, C2, SDC2, MW, and XW. I said it wrong. Doesn't matter because it's just a micro-con here at the Blue Box. And we have our second guest. We have, should we use your real name? Because I'm going to.
You're the professional, really. So.
We are. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Paul Erickson with us. Paul doesn't normally look entirely like this. He normally has the feet covered. But he is dressed as the Wabbit.
Indeed, I am.
And Paul would like to tell us why. Let's see. Why you're dressed as a Wabbit?
First of all, Rob, I love show business. And
you haven't shown me anything yet. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. So there I was working for Washington Mutual Bank, and they went out of business. I suddenly was jobless, and I thought, you know, just to make myself feel a little better about life in general, why don't I write a parody of The Hobbit, my all-time favorite book, which I did. And I put it on Kindle, and a friend of mine actually, yeah, a friend might help me put it on Kindle. A few months later, I get an email from Munich saying, have you sold the international rights? And I thought, no, this doesn't sound legit. But it actually was a real thing, and so a German publisher published my book in German, Russian, and Turkish.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so suddenly I'm doing business with the Axis of Evil from like 1944. And they also did a 4-disc German language audiobook voiced by the guy that does the German voice of Dave Chappelle. I still haven't really figured that out. Then they said, so that was.
Did he go crazy and end up in the Bahamas too?
Sadly, no. So that's the Wobbit, and if any of you remember the 1969 cover art from the, oh, thank you so much, because I really wanted that to happen, and I found a guy that, one of my readers actually put it together. He was a genius. And so then my publisher said, hey, you know, the pre-sale on this is going pretty good. Do you have another book? And I said, sure, I do. So I wrote the first of the trilogy, Super Friends of the Ring. Yeah. And you know, as luck would have it, the Peter Jackson movies didn't quite boost the secondary market as much as we had all hoped. And by all, I mean we all.
Or you.
Yeah, you know, well, I'm sure there would have been blowback for everyone. So they said,
welcome to the Lord of the Rings podcast.
They said, well, you know, maybe no more Lord of the Rings stuff, but if you have anything else, feel free to get in touch with us. And I said, oh, whatever. November of this year, I get a Facebook message from my publisher, which didn't seem very professional, especially not for a German. And
that was their Facebook.
And he said, in his wonderful English, he said, Paul, would you be keen on writing a Star Wars parody? And I said, yes, I would.
There is a secondary market on that, I believe.
Somehow,
I think I've heard of that.
So I don't have the cover art edition yet, but we're currently featuring the proof copy of Jar Jar Wars Episode 4, A New Dope. And it's the central idea behind this is you've probably heard of George Lucas. He did THX 1138.
Oh, yeah.
Graffiti.
Sure.
He did another movie,
Science
Yes. Yeah. He did a science fiction movie that never really caught on as well as it might have, because honestly, the characters were just too bizarre. You know, you had a princess, a smuggler, a Sasquatch, a guy in a black diving helmet.
All of that sounds good to me. When is this coming out?
Well, it was in 1977, and I thought maybe if his characters were a little more accessible to everyday people, I could help him move this cult classic into sort of everyday parlance. So that's what I've done with Jar Jar Wars. It's going to be available from Amazon. Actually, the big kickoff is at Wizard World. Oh, great. Absolutely.
All right. So that is just the proof. So they can't get the book today.
Well, if anyone really wants to buy it today, actually, there's a guy in Switzerland who bought first editions of my other books for in the low 3 figures, which I'm still trying to figure out why he thought they were worth that. But I'm not driving.
Now, the low 3 figures are the 2 zeros, the point, and then the next number. So I can understand. That's where I operate.
Yeah, no, that's in me too. Yeah, so Jar Jar Wars,
the artwork, at least I've seen on the internet, is that the cover art?
Yes, it is.
The artwork for Jar Jar Wars, I put it on, probably illegally. If anybody asks, he did it. The cover art I put on the ad for this is fantastic.
And it's
really great.
Chandler, the same guy that did.
I was going to say it matches this. It's really great.
Yeah, and he did a wonderful homage to the 1977 movie poster,
right.
And and then the person from Fiverr that was supposed to design the cover did such a horrible job that I said, "Here, keep this money. I'm never going to use this." And then I went back to Benjamin and said, I know you're an artist. Can you do design work too? And he said, oh yeah. So yeah, he did the design work. And I'm never going back to anyone else.
Excellent. Well, you should stick with it because it's got a definite look to it, definite feel, and
Thank you.
I love all the artworks. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for Mike. We'll get it out of the way. So when I typed in the wallet, the first thing that popped up was the National Lampoon wallet. That is not you. Was that somebody else doing this a while ago? Because I remember they also did Doom. And I bought that book, and it was a terrible parody. And it got good reviews, and I don't know how it got good reviews. I addressed it again when I was older, so I'm going to reverse this thing, and it was less funny when I was older.
Did any of you guys read Lord of the Rings?
It was terrible.
And that was funny, right? I mean,
I didn't think that was that. It's okay. That's the look. It's like a Batman versus Superman trailer.
And then the Harry Potter one, that one was better.
Oh, right, yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Very Trotter. That's
Oh,
what it was.
all right.
That one was
Well,
better.
so National Lampoon, a year after my book was in print, published a book called The Wobbit of Parody. So I have a friend who is
suing the hell out of that.
No, you can't do that. A friend of mine writes
I know, it's very,
parody's the worst for the Chicago Tribune, and he did an article about it. And he said, no, copyright does not protect a book title. So that's just the way it goes.
Just the way it goes. But you know what? I think it draws attention because anyone that looks it up is going to think, oh, so we put it out for National Lampoon also. They're not going to think, because I never thought, I just wondered if it was the same. Because they would offer this.
No, and as it turns out, their book, at least on Amazon, has lower sales and the reviews are not as good.
Yay!
So I
Win for you!
So I actually hired I didn't. The attorney is working almost for free,
Okay.
and it turns out to be a non-issue.
All right.
Yeah, there it is.
When it's almost like like pro bono, it's like
It's like, why don't you
semi-pro bono.
give me like $400 for the trademark filing fee? And I said,
Oh, that's not bad.
he's really kind. And then he said, oh, you know what? For Jar Jar Wars, we have to talk so that we can get ahead of any deposition issues that Lucasfilms might have or Disney. And I thought, you don't know what a tiny advance I get